Hello everybody, welcome to another Hello Caesar review. Today I'm reviewing Super Mega Lucky Box. This is a spectacularly fun game, as the box says. I agree with that 100%. This is a game published by Game Right Games, and as you play it, you'll be like, oh, yep, this makes total sense. This is a game by Phil Walker Harding, who is well known for Sushi Go, Silver and Gold, all games like that. It definitely, as you pull this out and play it, you're like, yep, this is definitely a Phil Walker Harding game. And that's a good thing in my opinion. I mean, if you like those games, Sushi Go, Silver and Gold, if you like those games, I think you're really going to like this game. If you don't like those games, you may not like this game because it does feel very similar in a lot of ways. However, it is a game that stands on its own, and it is fantastic. I really, really enjoy Super Mega Lucky Box. What comes in it? Again, the box itself, great looking box, right? The instructions here, fantastic. The game is fairly simple, right, to play, which is great. It is double-sided in 2 languages. So looking at the English side here, these are the rules for Super Mega Lucky Box. Again, very well presented. Everything's really, really clear. There's no questions there. It does include some instructions, some bonus stuff here on the end here, some variants. So you can play solo, which I think could be fun. I have not played the solo yet for this one. And it could just be fun to try to kind of set up those combos and different things to get through and see how well you can do on here. It gives you a little chart, an idea of what to go for. The moons score a little bit differently than in a base game. It also talks about you can actually play, if you have 2 copies of this, you can play 7 to 12 players instead of 1 to 6, right? 6, yep, 1 to 6 on this. So there's some cool stuff with that. And you may actually want to do that because depending on getting, the size of your family or getting families together, this can be a really, really fun family game to play because it's very, very simple. They say ages 8 and up. I think that's great. Honestly, I think you can go maybe even a little bit lower than that. Maybe not by much. There's some different combos and just understanding of how to, but kids can do this game easily. It's very, very simple. Great. Rules are fantastic. They do a great job. The insert on this is even really, really good. So everything fits in here really, really great. I always wish that the inserts would be just a little lower. Like, I know that they want the inserts at the top too, so there's not like shifting around and things can come out, which I guess that's kind of the balance there. But no, it works, and it's great. So what else comes in this? You have 6 whiteboard erase markers. You have these, they call them Super Mega Scorecards, which everyone's going to do. Have to keep track of their score from round to round. The game is played in 4 rounds. And there's references to all the end game scoring on how you kind of reference those as well. So you got 6 of those, and then the rest of the game you have cards 1 through 9 twice in this deck of cards. All the cards here, including these, although they didn't need to be, but with kids, it's great to have them be included too, because you don't want them using marker on something that wouldn't be dry erase. All of the cards are dry erase, but you're not going to be writing on these at all. You're going to be writing on these little cards. These are the lucky boxes. And really, the game feels very bingo-y, right? As the game is played, which I think is a good thing. It's really, really fun. Great quality, dry erase cards. Fantastic. The numbers are all clear. You have the shapes and then the colors associated with some of the bonuses. I think quality components is off the charts, which is great. It includes also these plastic pieces. You got your lightning bolts and the moons. And the game really is pretty simple. You're going to start out, everyone's going to draw 5 of these different cards, and you're going to choose 3 to begin with. And this is where it's like people need to understand the game well enough, because if I choose cards where I don't have all the numbers represented, that's not going to go well for you. It's just not. And so there is some luck, but with 5 cards, you're going to get something, right? So if I only have these 3, you can see here, cards 1 through 9, numbers 1 through 9, I don't have any. Looking at just this main 3x3 grid, there are no 7s, 8s, or 9s on any of these cards. And so if a 7, 8, or 9 comes up, I'm just not crossing off one of my boxes, which is bad. So instead of picking all 3 of these, I would at least want to have one of these higher ones, right? Or maybe I'd want to go with both higher ones. Some of those initial decisions are going to be based on what bonuses also people will get, because the game is very, very simple. And once you've chosen that, you're going to have these. And again, you have a deck 1 through 9 twice. So in one round, though, you're only flipping over 9 of those cards. So we're going to shuffle these up, deal out 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Set the other ones aside. You won't be doing anything with those. And you flip over a card. It's a 4. It's a 4. I'm going to look at my cards here, my lucky boxes, and I'm going to cross off 1 4. Cannot cross off more than 1 from this card specifically, and I'm going to cross off 1 4. And then I flip over another card. Everyone's doing this at the same time. Everyone crosses off a 4. 2 comes up. Everyone's going to be able to cross off a 2. I go to that, cross off a 2. Then I'm going to go to another one. And a 4 comes up. Another 4. Well, I have 2 4s on these cards and cross off another 4. And the game proceeds. The round ends when the last card is flipped over. Now, what you're trying to do here, and is what's interesting, is complete these boxes. Mark off every single one of these boxes here. And you would get, in the first round, 15 points for every completed lucky box. In the second round, you get 12 points, 10. And in the last round, 8 points for each completed lucky box. So what happens, though, is you're only flipping over 9 cards, right? So in that first round, you would have to mark off every single box in this one to be able to do that. And that's why it's becomes less as each round goes on, because even, let's say I had a few X's on here, at the end of the round, any completed boxes get removed, completely. I score on my Super Mega scorecard. But the other incomplete boxes will have X's continuing, and you're going to draw a few more cards. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 now at this point, but you're going to draw a few more cards. You're going to choose, I think it's 3. Yeah, you draw, and you're going to choose one, and depending on what you've marked off, or what bonuses, you're going to impact your decision there, and the others will get discarded. And the game continues. So it's very, very simple. Once you cross off all the numbers in a single row, you get the bonus. You may get a lightning bolt. Those are very, very helpful. Talk about those in a second. You may get a number. Here, I get a cross off. If I get all of these marked off, I can cross this off to signify I used it. That's very important. And I can mark off an 8 anywhere. It doesn't need to be on this one. It can be on any of my Lucky Box cards. This one is very powerful because I can cross off any number I want. Again, this is just once. And these ones, you get stars. So each round, if I get 1 star, I would get 1 point. If I can get 2 stars in a round, 2 of them, I would get 4 points. If I get 3, I get 9 points for that round. So trying to set it up so you can get all the stars, at least 3 stars in a round, is very helpful. If you get more than that, then you're basically wasting some points, right? Somewhere could have done something a little bit different. One of the bonuses here is the moon. You collect a moon, or you cross off a moon, you get a moon token, and that is kind of like your puddings in Sushi Go. Whoever has the most will get 6 points. Whoever has the least gets -6 points. You can also play this 2-player. If you're playing 2-player, that does modify slightly as well. The winner gets 6 points. The loser does not get negative points. So there's your stars, there's your moons. So what are these lightning bolts? What do the lightning bolts do? Well, lightning bolts are a very important kind of bonus currency thing here, because each person starts with 4 of these at the beginning of the game. They allow you to change the number by 1 per lightning bolt, and the numbers loop around. So if a card came up and it's like, oh, it's a 4, I really needed a 5, I can spend a lightning bolt and turn that into a 5 for me. No one else. I would just, that 4 is a 5 for me, and I could cross off a 5. But I can spend more. So let's say another came up and it's like, it's a 2. Oh man, you know what? If I only could make that a 9, I could finish this card, get that bonus, which help that. I really want that 9. Oh, I could spend some lightning bolts, right? So I can go from a 2 to a 1 for 1, but a 1 to a 9 for 1. So for 2, 2 lightning bolts, I can change this 2 into a 9. So you can see the lightning bolts are very powerful. If you spend them too early, you're going to find yourself saying, man, I really wish I had a lightning bolt. If you invest too heavily into trying to complete and get more lightning bolts, you may end up with like 10 lightning bolts and maybe not using them, and those could have been bonuses spent on moons or stars or something else, or numbers to help actually complete. Because again, lightning bolts help you change, but if you get this is a free additional number that you can mark off. So there's just a lot of strategy that kind of builds off of each other. I like this a lot. It's like having multiple like little bingo cards, and all you're dealing with are numbers 1 through 9. But then it becomes these decisions of, okay, do I want to try to get that bonus or this bonus? And, oh, I don't really have any cards with high numbers anymore, you know, like, oh man, this is not good. So my bonuses here are useless right now. So maybe I need to work on something else until the next round, where hopefully I can draw and get a card with some higher numbers. Or, hey, I see no one's really doing moons, so I'm not going to spend a lot doing moons either right now, but maybe I want to at least get 1 moon at the moment. Or, hey, everyone has moons. I'm not going to spend any time investing in moons, because there's no way I'm going to get the most. I'm already at the least, so, but maybe you can make it up with getting more stars than everyone else, or completing more boxes with your different bonuses. And it's so simple, but it's so fun, and I really like this one a lot. It's one of those things where it's like, it's the excitement of like the bingo, but on a smaller scale, and it's happening all the time. And it's like, oh, I can't do that, but I can mark this one off. And that definitely sets up for combos of, hey, I complete this, I can cross off any number, that I can complete that one, and then I can complete this one, and you get these chain reactions going on. And it's so enjoyable. It's so fun to complete these and get the bonuses, and you have the little tokens to help keep track of that, which I think is fantastic. Everything is just great in Super Mega Lucky Box. I highly recommend this game. You know, we have the holidays coming up. This is a really fun family game that I think all ages can enjoy. Adults, the little ones, teenagers. It's a very fun, quick game as you're playing through this. Now, it's not super quick. You have 4 rounds, and it's going to be dependent on, you know, people and how they're thinking about things. But the box says 20 minutes. I think that's fairly reasonable. Your first playthrough, people kind of getting used to things, it might take a little bit longer, but yeah, Super Mega Lucky Box, fantastic game. Highly recommend this one. So that is how Lou sees it.